In the unresolved problems tonight, remember when Congressman Charlie Rangel said this 2 weeks ago?
I think it's possible if the police had got a black Zimmerman, the question would be whether they would have beat him to death and then threw handcuffs on him and dragged him into the precinct.
Well, today, reports of more inflammatory comments from the 83-year-old congressman. In an interview with the Daily Beast, a website, not an actual beast, Rangel talks about defeating the Tea Party and is quoted this way: "It is the same group we faced in the South with those white crackers and the dogs and the police." White crackers. It's not only redundant, but offensive to wheat thins. We put in calls and emails to the congressman's office to verify the quote, but have been getting the runaround all day. One anonymous staffer says Mr. Rangel was taken out of context, but still no official statement from the office. He must hate short people. With me now, Fox News analyst Deneen Borelli. So Deneen, what? It seems like this has been going on for a long time. It's got to work, right?
Well, this is absolutely outrageous what Charlie Rangel has said over the years and especially recently. First of all, he was comparing Tea Party activists to segregationists. Yeah. Segregationists were Democrats like Bull Connor, George Wallace, Robert Byrd, KKK Grand Kleagle Poobah, who recruited people for the KKK. Tea Party activists, and I'm a Tea Party activist, I take great offense to what Charlie Rangel has said. These are freedom-loving Americans who oppose the establishment. They oppose big government, NSA spying on us, the IRS intimidating us. That's what the Tea Party is all about. So how dare Charlie Rangel make these kind of statements?
Isn't that the real problem that Charlie Rangel has with the Tea Party? Is its desire to shrink the government? If you shrink that, in effect, you shrink Charlie Rangel. It's not about race. It's about political survival.
It's about power, money, influence, control. He's been in office for, what, 100 years? And what has he done for Harlem? Harlem is in horrible shape with jobs, with the public schools, the crime on the streets. He has only enriched himself and for his own self-fulfilling needs, which is why he's been in office for so long, and people continue to vote for him.
Yeah. I still don't understand the phrase white cracker because it seems to be redundant, right?
Well, listen, I find it very offensive, and I implore all Americans, especially black conservatives, to push back on this nonsense, because we have this talk going on all the time in the black community, and it's very divisive. I'm outreach director with FreedomWorks, and we have a project called empower.org. It's for black conservatives to take action, get active in grassroots, and hold these politicians accountable when they make these comments, because it's not helping our country, not helping race relations. What he has said has done nothing for jobs in the black community. The jobs report just came out. Unemployment is what, over 14% among blacks? Among black youths is over 40%. These comments are not helping our economy or jobs.
What is the nature about black conservatives that seems to upset the liberal establishment? It scares the hell out of them.
Yes.
Why is that?
We are a threat because we stand for empowerment, personal responsibility, smaller government. I support school choice. There are a lot of black liberals who do not support school choice. If you don't have a quality education, coming from a broken household, for example, what are these kids supposed to do? Trying to graduate, they can't read and write. It's really deplorable.
Has there been any kind of a meeting of the minds between, say, black liberals and black conservatives?
Listen, I went to the NAACP convention a couple of weeks ago in Orlando. I tried to get a speaking slot on their agenda. I was denied. I tried to get booth space. I was told they were sold out. When I got there, Greg, there was plenty of space available for me to set up a table. So they don't want our message of liberty and empowerment to be communicated to the black community, because that blows away their narrative that there's rampant racism in America, that blacks are victims and need special treatment. I would never say racism does not exist. There are some clowns out there who are racist. But when you have people like Charlie Rangel making these comments, and others, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, talking about Jim Crow just recently at a rally, I mean, come on. Push back on these individuals and hold them accountable. I
mean, you could argue that there are more racists among certain black organizations than predominantly white organizations if you look at the Black Panthers.
And that they need to be held accountable. Absolutely.
All right, we got to go. Deneen, thanks.